welcome back to As Told by Neek Neek. I'm your host, Neek Neek. I am so elated that you have chosen to come in and watch this video to basically support your girl, and I appreciate it. I'm so excited. Today's topic is definitely going to be a lot different from how I'm doing things, and I'm going to switch it up a bit. I don't want to be predictable. I'm not predictable in life in general. I'm not going to be predictable on YouTube. Hello? Okay. So, I wanted to come on here and just quickly just share a video with you guys to encourage you guys to stop settling. I know, off, right? And when I say settle, I'm not speaking relationship wise. I'm talking about career wise. Because a lot of people, as you all know, have lost their jobs, unfortunately, and they feel like they're in a position where they are having to settle because of financial responsibilities and obligations that they have. And what I find so interesting is that as bad as the job market is, it's like the Holy Spirit is saying this is the perfect time to show how much faith you have. Do you trust God enough to wait for the job that He says is yours? Because you can get an offer and take it because it's the first offer. And I've done that before. I've taken on jobs because it was the first offer and I just wanted to get out. But who's to say that was what God wanted for me? And with free will, we make decisions without including God. See, and a lot of people will say, oh, no, that's not true. It is true. It is true. Go read the story about when the Israelites were trying to go against their own kind. They were going against I think it was the Benjamites. And I might have the story a little off. But I think it was the Benjamites because of the woman who, she was raped. She was raped. And before they even asked God, who should we go up against? No, who should we send to go against them? They already had it set up in their mind they were going to do it regardless. So it really, like with free will, you made your mind up. And they kept losing and losing and losing. You know when they won? They won after they went to Bethel, fasted, wept, and prayed to God. And then God gave them instructions on what to do. Send this group first, and then you will win. What does that mean? We have to get in the habit of asking God what is for us before we make that move. Because a lot of times we'll make a move and think, well, because God allowed it, it is the move. It is the right move. Not true. Not true. It's not true at all. At all. It's far from the truth, actually. If you want to be technically honest, it's far from the truth. I actually, and this is just me being transparent, took a role that made me feel very miserable because it was the first offer that I got. But the role didn't feed my spirit. It didn't feed who I was. And so I was miserable. And just thinking back to when I said yes to the offer, not one time did I ask God, is this what you want for me? I made the choice like, listen, it was between two places. The other place didn't offer me a job, so I'm going to take this job. We cannot get in the habit of doing that. We have to do better, want better, and be better. And that means leaning on the Father and actually trusting and waiting for Him to answer us. And that's something I'm really like gathering up on a daily basis. Like, I'm not going to sit here and play with y'all and make it seem like I got it all together. Absolutely not true. Like, I am still building my faith. That building your faith is a daily practice. It is a daily, like, it requires you to do something daily to develop that. For me, you know what I do? I read Bible verses. I have prayers on my walls that I read. I pray. I have a prayer call that I join. Like, I have to develop these routines in order to help me not doubt, because doubt is so easy to like sink in. So I have to create methods to this madness to not allow it to continuously be, a problem to me. And that means developing a routine that works. So that is my routine, and it works. It works to the point where I've developed a deeper understanding of God and my relationship with Him. And it has strengthened my relationship with God. And so I just wanted to encourage us not to say yes to the first answer because it's an answer. Every answer is not the right answer, right? Think of it as a multiple choice exam. Every answer is not the right answer. There's only one right answer. The rest of them are there to do what? To throw you off. So if you apply that same mentality to life when it comes to partners, friendships, careers, jobs, participation in community service, organizations, whatever that may look like, whatever requires you to say yes or no to, ask God first. Ask God, and He'll reveal it to you. Because when I was interviewing for this place, I knew it was a no because it was a lateral move with a pay cut. Just off of that, I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I'm not desperate, right? But here was the real deal breaker for me. They asked me, oh, wait, let me go back. This is what almost changed my mind. They said, oh, there's a lot of people who work here that are believers. And I was like, okay. In my head, I'm like, every believer ain't a believer, but okay. You know, we know. If you know, you know, right? Every believer is not a believer. But what did it for me was when they asked me a question, and it was one question. It was, how do you deal with people with difficult personalities? You know what I said back to her? I said, I don't. She was like, because we were on Zoom. Like, almost like, I beg your pardon? Like, what? And I was like, I don't. I don't deal with people with difficult personalities. Let me take this out. I don't deal with people with difficult personalities. I don't. I'm at a point in my career where if you don't know how to speak to people, then you are not someone I need to deal with. Because at this age, and I'm sure they're senior to me age-wise, you should have a lot more self-control. You know, her response was, well, what if it's a day thing? You know, everyone has their day. Yes, everyone has their day. I have my day. Sometimes my day are days, like, where I'm like, all right, get it together, Neek. Like, stop. But I have discipline enough to do that introspective work to say, okay, this is unacceptable. Stop doing that. Because it's offending that person, it's coming off the wrong way. But if you, as a culture, as an environment, as a business, as a team, as a department, have normalized poor behavioral patterns, then that is not the job for me. I am not your mammy. I am not coming in there to deal with your nasty attitude because your mother chose not to do her part. And often enough, a lot of people, because of the company, would have said, oh yeah, I deal with them just fine. Yeah. And then you're crying before you go to work. You're miserable. You're complaining every day. We got to have foresight for a lot of things. And the Holy Spirit will give us that foresight, but we got to really activate it. And how do you activate it? You practice it. You practice it. And the best practice of faith is, let someone show you something you want, and you lean on faith to decide if it's for you or not. That's how you know you have developed a certain level of discipline to make better decisions, righteous decisions, godly decisions, Christ-like decisions, and not decisions of flesh. Because flesh cares about what other people think. I don't care about what other people think. I got big hitters on my resume. I don't care. But I refuse to leave my job to work in a toxic work environment because culture have normalized it. You listen, if that's what y'all do there, I don't think you want me working there. I'm gonna make you and them uncomfortable. Because the God I serve, hello? The God I serve, because and this goes back to my point. Don't tell me you have believers in there and y'all normalize that. Because a believer gonna pray against that. That is a spirit. Which one? I don't know, because I haven't met the person to say it. But whoever this person was, they're pretty much up there in the company or in that department, and they all are walking on eggshells around that person. I ain't walking on not an eggshell or a baby shell for nobody, okay? And that completes my video today. Anyways, definitely, like I said before, you know, be okay being different, right? When you're called by God, You don't have to go against the grain. He gonna call you to do some things where people gonna be like, well, you don't want enemies, and you gonna have to talk back and be like, I don't care. I got enough. And his name is the devil, and his children, and his friends, and his followers. So what's one more? You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Anyways, I hope this video has blessed you and encouraged you to just stand on your ground, stand on business, and don't let anybody make you feel like you have to settle. You do not have to settle. God has not called you and sent his only son to die on the cross for you to settle. You are called for greater, better, and to have more. Abundance is your portion. And I'll leave y'all with that. Love y'all. Bye.